Steadily improving southbound from 10A down to junction 6 for Birmingham, and not too bad on the northbound side of that motorway from 4A up to 5 for Castle Bromwich. Earlier delays into Birmingham have cleared as well for the Aston Expressway and the Queensway area through the tunnels there. On the trains, we've still got disruption for cross-country and London Midland services through Bromsgrove because of emergency engineering work taking place there. No indication as yet when that work will be completed. So for the time being, there's delays on the line between Birmingham New Street and Bromsgrove, obviously, and through towards Barnt Green, but trains just further afield towards the Cheltenham Spa and Worcester Shrub Hill areas also affected by that, both north and southbound. Now, if you can update us, you can call BBC WM Travel 08453 002288.
Thank you very much, Johnny. We're discussing a television documentary on tonight. Dad is having a baby. Yes. A man that used to be a woman is pregnant and having a baby. Love to know your thoughts on this one, please, this morning. 08453 009956 is the number to call, or you could text 81333. Start your message with WO. If somebody's made the decision to change their gender, should there then be help for them to start a family? It's a tricky one. The discussion continues here on BBC WM after the weather.
BBC WM weather.
Cloudy at times this morning, otherwise dry and bright at times as well. Generally becoming sunnier by the afternoon. Cooler in rural areas such as Sutton Park. So take a woolly out if you're walking your pets around Sutton Park this morning. Maximum temperature 18 degrees C. Tonight, a dry night with long clear spells, mist and fog patches forming in places. Temperatures around 2 degrees, so a lot cooler than it's been of late. And for Friday, 18 degrees Celsius will be the high. It'll be a dry and sunny day with winds light and variable or northerly.
BBC WM is the only local radio station for Birmingham and the Black Country, based in the West Midlands.
More than 600 police officers are being forced to retire from West Midlands Police.
Reporters delivering news and sport stories 24 hours a day.
Our reporter Asad Baig has been to Plek.
BBC WMZ Doors is in Victoria Square now.
We are the news and sport radio station for the West Midlands.
You don't know what you're doing is the cry from a halt end. That must be music to Mick McCarthy's ears.
This is BBC WM.
You're listening to Joanne, Malin on BBC WM this morning until 12. I just asked my producer, Gary Butcher, has there been any reaction to this lead story yet? He said absolutely nothing. And I'm not surprised. People are probably still trying to get their head around this scenario. Dad is pregnant and he's having a baby. We're talking about, this is something we could see on the streets of the West Midlands. It's happening in America. We've been hearing from Anna Keel. She's made a film about Scott and Tom, who originally were Jessica and Laura, and now they've had baby Miles. Tom already had 2 adopted sons, 11-year-old Greg and 13-year-old Logan, and then Scott gave birth to baby Miles. Let's go back to Anna now. Good morning again, Anna. Are you surprised I got no reaction to this yet?
Well, I am quite surprised, actually, because it does seem to cause quite a lot of reaction in people that I've talked to about it, but who knows?
I've got a feeling once your documentary goes out tonight, it's going to have very much a lot of reaction one way or another. Yeah. I saw the trail the weekend and literally the trail was going out. My husband says, stop, rewind. What was that trail? We watched it 3 times. The shots of this man being pregnant and giving birth. We're going to see it all in the show tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we will. And it's a very strange image to see. Tom actually took a home video during the birth. You don't actually see the birth, but you see the labour and then you see the baby just after it's born. And it's a very strange image for people to see a man with a beard in a maternity unit, strapped up in the same way that a woman would be with the tubes and the heart monitor and, talking about contractions. It's very, very strange, but
And yet at the end of your filming, you said you thought they were going to be very good parents.
I do,
which is bizarre as well. But maybe we'll feel the same when we've seen the documentary tonight. I've got a local guest with me in the studio, Natalie Drew. Recently, she's been on the show several times in recent months. Recently opened a gay family web fertility centre in Birmingham. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
You are part of a lesbian couple. You've been in the studio before because you had children, you and your partner Aisling. You've been sitting there listening to what Anna has to say, listening to the clip we played out. What's your first reaction?
I just think that more and more that, you know, these alternative families will come to the front, and you'll start to hear more about them, that, you know, there's lots of things that make up this new alternative family. So, you know, we're a lesbian couple. You've got, we're helping a couple at the minute, which is a transgender male and a lady to have a baby. And I just think that more and more these things are changing. And that. So
tell me about who you're helping now. You have to go slowly. And what do you mean by transgender male and a lady?
Yeah, we've got a transgender male, which was a lady that's now become a man, and
a lady that was a man, yeah.
That was she was a lady. Now she's a female. So now she's male.
Okay.
And her partner, which is another female, and they want to have a baby, but of course they can't do it without the help of a sperm donor.
So her partner, the lady, is now a man, and then her female partner has always been a lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Because actually, in a way, and this is what you were saying, Anna, that's what you expect. If a man thinks he's been trapped in a woman's body, so therefore becomes a man, that's what you expect for them to try and get a female partner, don't you, Anna? Which is different in your film, because these women became men and then also became gay.
Men. Yeah, well, what Scott and Tom will say is that we think of, normal heterosexual people quite often are forgiven for thinking of gender and sexuality to be one and the same thing, but actually they're separate. So Scott would say your gender is who you are and your sexuality is who you're attracted to. And just as non-transgender biological men and women can be both heterosexual and homosexual, transgender people can also be both heterosexual and homosexual. And actually, in terms of being good parents, homosexual, heterosexual, man, woman, transgender, intersex, all those things don't really matter for a family. That's what I've decided after making this documentary. It's love, nurture, attention, all the things that children need. And if you've got two parents who can provide those things, gender doesn't come into it.
Natalie, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I fully understand that and agree that, you know, more and more, that if you've took the decision that you're going to have children and raise children, then you've obviously thought it through. And if you need fertility treatment to do that, then you've obviously thought it very hard and long before you've made that decision and gone through with it. So I just think that.
But Natalie, is having their cake and eating it comes to mind in this case, though. You know, creating, and it's going to create a confusing environment in which to raise a family.
I think that if you ask any gay man if he would, you know, about having children, if you said to him, if you could carry the child, if you could have a baby physically yourself, would you? You would find that they would do it. Yeah. But they just haven't got the parts to do it. So this is great that this couple have done that, because had they have had to go down the surrogacy route, it probably would have cost them about £100,000. You know, between 50 and 100,000. So
in America,
in dollars, it could be anything from that. So, I mean, to have the parts to still be able to do it was great. And of course,
I just think, no, honestly, Anna, when I saw your child, two men, and they are big burly men with beards, pregnant and having a baby, I just felt it was a bit sick, to be quite honest, looking at the trail.
Well, okay, I mean, that's what some people will think, but I really will urge you to watch it, because I think hopefully by the end of the programme no one will think it's sick, and that's the reaction that most people have had to the programme. Because, and what you're saying about the children being confused, 11 and 13, one of them already has a girlfriend. They're both clearly going to be heterosexual boys. They understand that their parents are just different. They don't think that that's the way the world is. They know that the vast majority of people are heterosexual and have a man and a woman as parents, a mother and a father, and they don't. And actually, I interviewed a couple of psychologists for this programme who aren't in it, but just for research purposes, and all the research that's been done into same-sex or transgender parents, into their children and the effect it has on their children, the children don't grow up messed up or confused. The only significant evidence they could find for those children being different was that they were more open-minded to different lifestyles.
Anna, what time is the show on tonight?
It's on at 9 o'clock on Channel 4.
9 o'clock, Channel 4, Dad's Having a Baby. Good luck with it, Anna, and
be
interesting to see the reaction you get tomorrow, and I'll definitely be watching here in the West Midlands. Thank you very much, Anna Keel. Just to finish, Natalie, do you think there's going to come a time when we see pregnant men on the streets of the West Midlands?
I don't think we'll see it straight away, but I think with time and how things are changing, that this will just become that, you know, whether you see a man or a woman walking down the street pregnant, it's not going to make any difference.
Natalie Drew, thank you for joining us in the studio this morning.